Okay.
But yep, I saw their equipment cases. That counts.
You know what? That
That's
pole that
as
hung
good
up a
as
light that shined on Jungkook, I saw that.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Like
true. Fair.
All right. Kingdom episode 5. Anyone want to go first? Should I go first?
you go first.
Okay. All right, I have notes. I took notes while I was watching the performances. I said okay. I said that ATEEZ' opening reminded me of the part in Monster where they're in the truck. Gave me a little bit of a EXO Monster vibe. And I mean that in the they don't like Monster like I do. I love that song. It's one of my favorite EXO songs. So I mean this in the best way possible. But like they were all beat up. They were doing their little protest thing. I was like, okay, I'm getting a little EXO vibe. I liked the concept. I liked the fast song. Finally, I liked his little speech. I was like, do they know what the anarchy symbol is? Like, I feel like it was like the most intense Footloose I'd ever seen. Like, bring back dancing. I said a lot of murder in this category. Like, there's a lot of people getting shot.
I know.
I said the high note was significantly better this time. I really like that high note was good. I said BTOB said abs will do it for them. Like this guy had his shirt off like 90% of the time. I was like, you know what? Okay. I understand what you are doing here.
Serving.
I said no more falling backwards, everyone. Y'all did it. Everyone. Like enough. Done. And then I said Stray Kids yelled at me for 4 minutes. So
now that's rude.
And I like when Stray Kids yells at me normally. It just wasn't I just didn't think the song was right for them. I don't know. It was like this really slow song, and then there's the one with like the really deep voice. That part was cool though, when he comes out and it's like the devil, and he was like, ooh, no, no, like whatever he was saying, like really, you know, he's got that low voice, and then it got all distorted, and he was like crawling up. That was cool, but overall, not my thing. If I had to rank all of the ones in this category, I think ATEEZ did the best. I loved the choreography. I loved the set design. I loved the thing with the masks. It reminded me of like the opening of Dark Knight where they like rob the bank and they're all wearing clown masks and they all like shoot each other until like Joker's the only one that lives. That part was really cool. My second would be Icon. I loved the Inception stage. I loved that it looked, you know, they took the name and they ran with the movie. I loved what they did with that. The detail was great. They had so much energy. It was so fun. Third, I would pick SF9. I loved John Wick the musical. It was very fun. Then I gave the boys, Stray Kids, and B2B a tie. They all three of them had their strengths and their weaknesses. You know, like the boys had the intricate stage and a lot of camera work and good choreography, but the energy just wasn't there for me. Stray Kids, I think the concept they went with, like the heaven and hell, was really interesting, but I just didn't really like the song they picked. I don't really know why that was the song they went for. And then, B2B, I thought they stepped it up. And I liked the cute little room thing. I thought they brought a lot more energy to it. But again, they still don't really dance, and I don't feel like they're hitting the same, you know, level of choreography that the other groups are doing. And that's just not their thing, you know? They're more of a vocal and rap group, straight on, and that's okay. It's just, for what Kingdom is, it just doesn't feel like they're placed right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. For me, I would agree that ATEEZ is definitely Okay, I want to be honest.
ATD over here.
I want to keep it honest. Now, it's nice to know that AT's was the best out of the bunch. Am I surprised? No, because I watched the performance and it was like it was insane. They put so much work into it, and I was like, what can get much better than this? So I'm not
You
surprised.
didn't watch all the performances.
Again.
I'm gonna put that on the record.
Okay, let me just be honest. It's not because I don't want to. It's because it's like they split it up, and it's kind of hard for me to find the performances for some reason. um, that's not an excuse, and I will do better. But I have seen B2B. B2B, I agree with Olivia. They're just not they're not the dancing type. Even though I think their performance is very cool, I just feel like it was a little everything didn't come together the way they had hoped. Something was off. I don't know if it was like the syncing, the background vocals, the rapping. I'm not sure, but something didn't come together or click for me. So it wasn't like a super clean performance the way I usually like the boys is. You can always count on it to be like it's like clean, you know? Didn't see the boys. I started the boys, but I thought it looked like a really cool set. Oh yeah, Icon. I watched the previous one, so I would rank AT's first, and everyone else a tie because I feel like it's unfair for me to judge them if I haven't seen all of them. But yeah, that's what I'm going with.
That's her story. She's sticking to it. So, for mine, first of all, I'm getting really tired of Kingdom. I will admit that. Like, I wasn't even excited about this week, which is lame because I love ATs. And, like, Stray Kids, they give me performances that I really enjoy. And I was interested to see what B2B would do with a Stray Kids song. But if I were to rank them, definitely AT's first. They killed it. San, my bias, killed that when he did like the fake rope climbing
that was sick.
and like press the button to open the safe. It was so cool. I was like, yes, San. And then they brought all the energy I needed. Jongho really killed it with his high notes. And I just felt like everyone did such a good job. Hongjoon as the leader gave his, speech. Like, all of the elements of the performance were really cool and really well done. Like, it was directed wonderfully. Like, whoever their creative director was for this, and last performance too, fire. Keep doing your thing. So AT is number one. Number two, I would say would be SF9 with the Stealer, because their set and the different story elements that they included, I love the fight sequences. I thought some of them were really cool. And they had that whole flamethrower thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know SF9 well, so I didn't know what to expect going in, but they exceeded it. So I have to give that to them. Third, I'm going to tie Icon and the boys for me personally. One, because the boys, their choreo was so great. And Juyeon's tango was amazing. And New's high note during their performance was crazy, and it was perfect. And their vocals live, I was impressed. As a fan of theirs, I was super impressed because you could tell they were all singing live. And I was like, that's amazing. They usually do sing live, but for some reason this time around, it really impressed me. What else? Okay, I tied Icon. Icon was great. I love their set. I love that it moved. I love the Inception theme, but especially the energy. The only flaw I saw from them was, what was I going to say? It was literally one, and it was the smallest thing. Oh, was that I wanted the dramatics of Inception by ATs. But they gave me Inception of Icon, which was cool. It just, the chorus part, I missed it a little bit. Because they switched it up to something that I wasn't expecting. But that's fine. It was their own version. It was done well. And Stray Kids, I was actually kind of disappointed with this one. Because I expect, more. I'm sure that it was
And
really
they won
hard
the
to
last 2
reinterpret.
challenges.
Yeah, well, no, AT's won
Oh.
the last one, but Stray Kids, I expect them to like
Turn it up, set the
don't
stage
care.
on
like
fire.
I expect energy and
Mhm.
like big. And so this was obviously it was a B2B song, so like it was different for them. And I will say that I was blown away by Han's vocals specifically because I did not know that he could sing
Yeah.
like that. So the fact that they were singing live was amazing. I don't think
Mhm.
Felix was singing live, so that kind of took me out a little bit because I kind of want to hear what he can do live. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know that I've ever heard him specifically do his parts because his voice is so deep
Yeah.
live.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just missing the excitement for me. Like I was watching it and I was like, something's gonna happen. Like something's gonna give and it's gonna be big. And then it never came. Like I couldn't find the climax. And
Interesting.
B2B, good. It was a good performance, but again, like there wasn't much choreo. And I like that they made the knocking part of like the actual transition to different scenes. That was cool. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, that was cool for B2B. Like it was interesting to see their interpretation of a Stray Kids song, but it didn't hit like it didn't give me like powerful, which is what I think they were going for.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
True.
I felt like with that one, they're like,
That's
we're just
it.
gonna have fun with it, you know? You know?
Mhm. But AT's had fun with it, but it was like,
Yes.
I don't know. It gave me like energy. It gave me
That was probably
something
one of the
to-
most fun performances since my personal favorite still, which was the love scenario one.
Yeah, like
Aw.
I definitely think that the boys are beating themselves up right now, and that's why their energy is so different. I think they're stressed, and I really just want them to have fun.
Yeah.
Like so bad. Like I'm literally over the competition. I didn't watch like the actual show this time. I know that there was some drama. I know that Lee No of Stray Kids actually ended up like crying really hard this episode. I have no clue why because I didn't actually watch the episode, which I usually do. But like I've kind of been in a I just want to see them have fun, and if they're like going to be upset, then it's not fun for me to watch.
I know you guys
So I
definitely
only
have more of like an
chose-
emotional tie to these groups. Like Skylar's an 18y, you're a the boy a
the
boy.
The
I mean,
B.
yeah, we also
I'm the
both
B.
like
I'm
Stray
part of
Kids.
Yeah,
the
I mean, I like Stray Kids
we,
too,
like-
but like I don't know if I like who's
casual
yeah, I'm like a
fan.
casual fan of AT Stray Kids and the boys, you know, like I like them, so I just was like excited to see them all go at it, but like I'm not like stuck on who's gonna be a winner or anything. But I was ready, you know, I've been ready for like God's Menu to slap, and they did God's Menu, and I liked it, but it wasn't like I just feel like I don't know, I just feel like Stray Kids and their stages that they normally do bring the energy that I'm wishing that they brought to the show, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I
I'm telling
agree.
you, their God's Menu performance with the knives for that one award
Yes.
show. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know whether it was Mama or MMA, but the one where they were like in the kitchen, they were like, toot, toot, toot. I was like, that is what I want.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too big into competition shows, so I would say I would love for ATs to win, but I'm not crazy about it. But now that I understand it is for them to have more exposure, especially to Korean audiences, that'd be really tight if they got that. But I don't know. I'm not like crazy about anyone winning. It's cool to see them put on performances. I hope that they don't beat themselves up too much about it though, because they're already established as far as being a group that's making money goes.
I mean, these
so
three groups, I mean, that we're talking about, but all the groups, I mean, they're all very established,
yeah,
all very talented, all very cool. I like them all. It's just, this has been a weird season. It's not feeling as fun as as Road to Kingdom at all.
Yeah, I agree. It's not as fun. Also, but I think some of that has to do with the lack of like actual interaction between the groups that we got for Road to Kingdom. Because like as we've seen in this, they have to be like apart because of Corona. They're like separated. And there's not as much of like the back and forth and like closeness that we saw come from Road to Kingdom. Like even this season, we saw the Road to Kingdom contestants come back and root for the boys. So I was like, I just wish that we could have more of that. But we know that these groups are all friends.
They're gonna do a sports thing next week, though. That's like NCT World.
Yeah, no, that one I'm gonna watch. It seems
it's literally NCT World.
Like it seems like it's gonna be really fun. Like that episode I'll watch because it doesn't seem
we
like
got
it'll be like hard on them.
Hello. Woo! Thank you for following.
Yeah. Looking forward to Kingdom.
What is NCT World?
NCT World was like there was like a show where it was like all 21 members of NCT, and at one point they did a sports championship, and literally they're doing all of the same events that they did at NCT World on Kingdom, but with all the groups. But this will be the first time we see them all together. And so that'll be really exciting, especially because I know like the outcome of this like really was that ATEEZ and iKON got really close, which makes me so sad because I know Minky is such a big Bobby fan. So I wanted them, I want them to meet so badly, but they will, it'll happen.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Eric try and win because he's so competitive. I feel like that'll just be really entertaining for me. Also, Sunu, he might, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's either gonna go really hard or not care at all. I'm just happy that the boys will probably be having fun.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of ATEEZ. ATEEZ is gonna like slaughter everyone in the process.
Oh yeah, they're
so competitive.
They're super, super competitive.
Yeah. We're gonna see.
Me and Skylar were watching some of the clips from their little show, and I was like, I've never seen Hongjoon throw someone over his back before, but Wooyoung.
Yeah, they were very aggressive, like super aggressive.
Like those boys who like jump and like hit the door, like when they
hit the top door.
Yes,
they're like, "Hey, teach." They walk into class.
It's like
hold on to their backpack.
They're like in the kitchen making cereal, and they like come up to you and like square up, bruh. Or
like push you. You're like, stop. You're being annoying.
Bounce the basketball between their legs and dunk on you, and like bump
juke
into you,
you.
and be like, boom. You're like,
like those people that try to like juke you, and you're like, I don't want to do this, and they're
literally, my brother. Whenever
or like when you walk by like some kind of like hanging like bar or something, and they try to do a pull up,
they run.
And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And my friends, we're all gamers, so they're all like, wait, let me try again. No, let me try again. Let me try again. And I'm like, guys, I want to go home.
Literally, that's my brother. He'll come in, bump into me, like bang on my head and doorways. He's older than me, by the way. This man is a grown man. And like, do all this, and then he'll be like, what you gonna do about it? And if I push him, he's like, foul, ref. I'm like, who's here?
He's gonna start keeping a yellow flag in his pocket and be like, foul.
Exactly. I'm like, sir, we're alone in the kitchen and you're getting on my nerves. Like, you do this again, and when you go up, I'm just gonna punch you in the stomach. Like,
yeah, that's definitely
ATEEZ. Well,